All right, this is the study guide, questions 15 through 20, okay? This table shows the total number of wreaths that Janet made in X hours. So these are the hours and these are the number of wreaths, okay? It says the data set was modeled using the linear best fit function. So line of best fit is another way to say that. What is the meaning of the slope? Okay, so we're going to remember slope is the y over the x, okay? So the meaning of y is the total number of wreaths. So we got number of wreaths. And the meaning of x is the hours. So it's the number of wreaths per hour, which is the meaning of slope in this particular problem. So we got the number of wreaths she made per hour. Ding, 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 ding. The maximum number of wreaths she made. No, it's not maximum number of wreaths. The total number of hours spent making wreaths. So they're saying hours X over Y. This is not right. It's Y over X. That's the formula for slope is Y2 minus Y1 over x2 minus x1, or rise over run. Your rise is your up and down, your run is your left to right, okay? So this is definitely not it. The number of hours it takes to make each wreath, okay? It's the number of wreaths per hour. That's the meaning of this, of slope. Which of the following best describes the relationship that is not causation? Causation, oh, I don't think I went over causation. I'm so sorry, y'all. That slipped my mind. Causation is very simple concept. It's what causes something to happen, okay? What causes the other thing to happen. All right, not a correlation. Correlation is kind of different from causation. That means they have a positive, negative, zero relationship. But causation is one thing causes another thing to happen. That's causation. So that's not a hard thing to understand. So it says the more roosters crow, the more often it rains. That doesn't cause the other thing to happen, okay? It's not a direct cause of the other thing. This doesn't cause this to happen. So, no. More miles driven, the more gas is needed. Yes, you need gas, okay? So, this is an example of causation. You need gas in order to drive those miles. So, this is an example of that. So, let's see if there's a better example. The faster the pace of the runner, the more quickly the runner finishes. Hmm. Oh, which one is not causation? Sorry. So the first one is not. This one is also. I was going to say they both are examples of causation, right? This is yes. This is a yes right here. Okay. If you run faster, then you're going to finish faster. That's a direct cause. So this is an example of causation. The higher the hourly wage, that means the more money you make, the greater your income. Of course, the more money you make, the greater amount of money you're going to have after working for 40 hours. This is a direct correlation. This is causation. This causes this to happen. The more you make an hour, the more you're going to make in 40 hours. Okay? All right. So the only one that's not causation is the rooster crowing and it rains. That's not causation. The rooster crowing does not cause it to rain. All right. Cell phone company um, records a monthly cost of it plans based on the number of minutes. This is the information here. The number of minutes, the monthly cost. The more minutes you talk, the more the monthly cost is. All right. So it says the data model, the linear function. What is the meaning of the y-intercept? Your y-intercept, again, is your starting amount. It's your starting monthly cost, okay? You don't have to find the line of best fit to know that. It's your starting monthly cost. All right, but now they give you numbers down here. So you might have to do the line of best fit. So let's see if we can eliminate some answers. All right, each additional minute costs approximately, it's asking for the starting amount. This is more of the slope. So no. Each additional minute costs approximately, no, it's this is again slope. The initial. initial. So it's one of these two. So you do have to find the line of best fit to see if it's $10 as a starting amount or $39 as the starting amount. So how do you find the line of best fit in the calculator? Remember, your line of best fit is written in slope intercept form, y equals mx plus b. You go, let me clear my calculator, second plus 712, and go to stat to type the list in, to type your x values under L1, your y values under L2. So now you're going to press enter on edit, and you're going to type these numbers under L1. So this is 500, enter, 1000, enter, 1500, 2000, oops, sorry, 2000, 2500. Go, press the arrow over button to go to the second list. Let's type in these values here. We got 87, enter, 135, 185, 230, and 280. Make sure that you've typed the numbers in correctly, because if you don't type the numbers in correctly, of course you're not going to get the correct answer. Okay? And so they're typed in correctly. After you type the numbers in, you press the stat button and you go over to calc. You go down to lean reg. Okay? You can press enter because I don't want to view a function table or anything like that. I just want the equation so I can see what the y-intercept is. So press enter. And the y-intercept is your b in the calculator, which is 39.4. So, I'm sorry, point 0.1. So it's about $39. All right. So D is going to be your answer. Okay. All right. It says Bobby surveyed a random sample. So randomly, he picked 34 people out of 150 seniors. And so there's 34 dots on the scatter plot because he surveyed 34 people. This is the question that he asked them. And how many clubs do they participate in? He asked each person this question. And what is the average in English? So this person right here, grade, the average is X. This person has an 80, maybe an 81, and are in zero clubs. This person has an 82 or 3, and they're in zero clubs. You see how this goes? Now, look at this. This person, these grades are the highest, and they're in 3 clubs. So people that have 3 clubs, they have, look, the highest average right here. Okay, all right. And it looks like the more clubs that they're in, the greater the higher the average is. That's what it looks like. Okay. So Bobby concluded that participation in more clubs causes a student to earn higher grades in English. In English. Okay, and of course, we kind of know that's not always the truth, but he only surveyed 24 people. Okay, so he didn't survey a lot of people. All right, so it says, is Bobby's conclusion valid? If so, why? It is valid from the table, based on the table results, that is valid. So let's look to see let's choose the best answer. Bobby conclusion is invalid. Nah, we said it's valid. Bobby's conclusion is valid. Yeah, it is. Let's look at the reason. Because there are positive cause and effect relationship shown in the graph. That's a pretty decent answer. There's a positive cause and effect. Okay, that's true. It is positive because the more clubs that people are in, the greater the grade. Okay, so there is a positive cause and effect relationship going on here. But let's see if there's a better answer. C, invalid. No, that part is not true. We already agreed that it's valid. D, it's valid because there's a positive correlation, okay, positive correlation between the number of clubs in each student participation and a student's English grade. Yes, this is a better answer because, listen, remember, he only surveyed 24 people. There's not even though it's a positive relationship, uh, the number of clubs doesn't directly cause the better grade in English. Okay, it's not a direct cause. All right. Okay, we can see that this part is true, but it doesn't directly cause the other one. Okay, this is a better answer because there's a correlation, but it's not a direct cause. Okay, just because you're in a lot of clubs doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get a better grade in English, but there is a relationship between the two. So D is the better answer. James bought X pounds of apples for $1.79 per pound. So that's my slope there. $1.79 for every single pound. Okay? So remember, it's Y over X. So per pound. So money, total amount of money is on top. That's what your Y represents, total money. Okay? And your X is going to represent pounds. X represents number of pounds. Okay, and I can conclude that just from that one sentence. The expression shown below represents the total amount of dollars that James paid. Select part or parts of the expression represented by the total dollars of the banana. Dang, it's cut off. So we can't really do number 19 because the problem is actually cut off. So my apologies to that. Okay. Number 20, the table below shows the salary Ellen earned at her job based on her years of experience. This is X and this is Y, okay? The years of experience, years is always going to be your domain because it's unaffected by anything. Y, your total salary is going to be your Y value, okay? Because your salary is dependent on years. That's how I know this is X and this is Y. Not just because this came before that, but because your Y is always depending on what your X is. And here, your X can stand alone. Years can stand alone. It's going to increase regardless. All right. An explicit formula is when you can substitute the X value into the equation to directly get the Y value. Recursive is when you need the previous number to get the next number. So they're asking for an explicit formula. All right, can be determined by the salary f of n, which is the same as saying Y. That's um, your total salary that is earned by n years. Okay, or X years. Okay, so they're using f of n for Y. This is going to be f of n. That's what they're using for Y. And they're using n for the X value. Okay. All right. So let's look to see if one of these is going to be the equation here. I can actually type this in the calculator, honestly. Stat, edit. If I want to clear the numbers here, I go all the way up to the top, make sure that L2 or L1 is highlighted, press the clear button, and then press enter. That'll clear the list. Don't press delete, obviously, because that'll delete the whole thing. You want to clear it, not delete it. So press clear again and enter. Okay? So now let's write these numbers in. Let's type them in. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? Go over. Beside 4, we have 31,900. Then we got 32,625. Then we have 33,350. Then we have 34,075. Then we have 34,800. Then we have 35,525. And we have 36,250. Okay? Now we go to stat, calc, lean reg, and we only want an equation, so I can just press enter. Okay? So this is my equation here. Y is equal to 725. See, that's my A. Okay, my slope. X plus the starting amount or the y-intercept, 29,000. Okay, so this is my slope. This is how much is made. Um, this is how much money is made per year, and this is the starting amount. Okay. All right. So you automatically make this starting out, and every year they're adding $725 to your salary. Okay. So which one of those is the final answer? It's going to be D. Let me see how D is your final answer here. Okay. All righty. Okay, y'all. Have a good one. Bye. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.